this works. If you guys see my setup now, you'll crack up. I'm in my new office and I realized like I really don't have a focal point. Well, to record my videos now, I'm not recording them in the car. And I have this makeshift stand. It's just so hilarious. But I try to move things around to give you guys a little bit of aesthetics. But I don't have a lot of time to talk because I only have 10 minutes. And if you don't know, I am a very long-winded person. It should be evident in the lengths of my books. But I have a lot to tell you because, as predicted, this project, Wayward Love, is very, very different from me. And I feel like I say that for every project because every project is different. So I'm going to give you my pre-publication thoughts of the Left of Love, certainly, but definitely I'll be talking about the series in general. So Kennedy and Isaac's stage name is Young Lord, just in case there was some confusion about that for those of you who are following. But I met them probably back in 2014, and I had the gist of their story, but I didn't have enough. I had some elements of their lives, their histories, if you will. Not all of it, but I just had enough to say, okay, just give me a minute, I'll get to you. So after CCJ and I were done with the Connecticut Kings, well, at least the first round of it, you know, I said to her, like, babe, what am I going to do for this next one? And I'm like in between two different characters, and my publishing partner has been saying for a while, I really wish that we can do a back-to-back release for series, because clearly, Love, you're a series writer. So if we can not have the releases so far apart, I would really, really like to have them separated just by a number of weeks, even if it's 4. So I was like, okay, that's great, but the way that my lifestyle is set up, I don't think that I can do that anytime soon. So things have happened in my personal life that allowed me to be able to write more, to really invest in Love Belvin and the business of MKT Publishings. And the unfortunate is a blessing because I'm writing full time. I've been writing full time, honestly, since 2013. So that's one thing. But this is my only income, and that's not always been the case. So I'm really fortunate about that. But now that I have more time to tend to my writing career, my Team Love members are like, okay, you know, some of them are like, we held you down this long, we got to do our own thing. So I'm sorry this thing is crooked too, but it's the best. I'm gonna post a picture of what this looks like in my office on my desk. So anyway, The Left of Love, book 1 is way different, and I'm going to speak to you as a reader because, of course, as a writer, I write what I want to read, and that's the magic of what I do. I've never put out garbage, whether you've liked it, whether you've agreed with the characters, whether you've taken to the characters, whether you felt like you couldn't relate to the characters. Whatever it is, I've not written a book, a story, a series that my heart was not in. I've not written about, luckily I've not written a hero that I've not been in love with myself, that I find amazing. So here's the Gotcha Gotcha. I'm sorry, that in the background is the soundtrack that I created for the Wayward Love series, and I write to. This is one of my favorite songs. I really want Brian McKnight to perform at my 40th birthday party, and I'm putting it out there just in case my people are listening, even though they don't listen to this. But and I want Brian McKnight to perform this song right here. But anyway, don't listen to him. Listen to me. So there's good things about these characters, and there are bad things. For a reader and me, and I know that you guys are going to understand. I'm a woman of a certain age. I'll be 40 years old in 3 years. My best friend said, "You're always talking like you're old." But I'm embracing it. You know, I'm 37 years old. I've been 37 for about 3 weeks now, almost 3 weeks, not quite. But I'm writing about more 20-something-year-olds, and that's not good because I want to write about mature people. I want to take on people that I feel like I can relate to. And, you know, with Connecticut Kings, Trent and Jade, they were younger than me. Jade was the first, you know, heroine that I had nothing, absolutely nothing in common with at all. But, and while that's not the case with Kennedy or Isaac here, I'm still writing about, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of wanted to get away from the young kid thing and then go back, but that's who spoke to me the loudest. So that's what I've taken on. So that's a con for me. They're young. So if any of my bougie readers that are like me, that's a bougie reader like me, I'm sorry, they're young. Second thing I need to be upfront with you about, because one of the things that I need in my readings, and I share this with those of you who I'm friends with on, you know, social media or whatever. I need sensuality in my books. I need erotica. I need for there to be a genuine connection of the heart, the mind, the soul, and the friggin' body. Unfortunately, in the left of love, you're not going to get a whole lot of that. But I also, it's very similar to Love Lost. Like Love Lost, Raina and Asmir, their physical connection more or less happened towards the end of the book. And it's very, very similar in the left of love. So I want to put that out there to you, and I'm confident in putting that out there to you because with these two, I was able to grow with them so nicely. And in book one, what I'm doing is a whole bunch of character development. You guys know I am famous for character development. I don't run through a story. I probably am more elongated than I need to be with my details, but I don't want you to just trust me when I tell you that these two have chemistry. I want you to understand their chemistry, which is, I've learned recently, which is the magic of writing series. Some people don't like series, and if you don't, I promise you I'm okay with that. I'm not the author for you, and I'm okay with that too. But the magic in what I do, I feel like the LB magic is the fact that I write series, then I'm giving you guys 2 and 3 books. Let's not lie, I've never done a 2-book series. Yes, I have. Wait a minute, read. So I'm giving you 2, 3, 4, probably never ever again 4, but I'm giving you guys multiple opportunities to grow with this couple, and I feel like there's a magic in that. And my girl Diane, I am gonna shout out. Diane just said on Facebook the other day, like, love, I don't know about this Isaac. He got locks. He has a metrosexual style, which he actually does not. These are Kennedy's thoughts when she meets him. Because that's what he presented to me. That's when I first saw him. That's what I thought. But he doesn't. And the locks thing, I'm just gonna be quiet on that. But my editor was cracking up because apparently she saw that comment too. So I think Diane and I are gonna have an interesting conversation once she reads it, and certainly after the series, it's gonna be a funny conversation. But I made sure that I just gave you what they gave me. I just gave you what they gave me. And how they're getting to know each other. I just lost my train of thought, by the way, so that's why I'm sorry if you guys caught that. I was trying to smooth over it, but so I gave you guys what they gave me, and it's like a slow build. But what I don't do is I'm not teasing you, and I often say to CCJ, babe, I don't like reading, young adult and all that stuff because I just feel like I'm like really like I'm trying to keep it clean here, but I just feel like I'm being teased the whole time without a climax, So I don't do that here, but I do, I think this is probably my first friends to lovers, if that's what they call it. I don't know. This is just their story. I promise you that heat that you're accustomed to from me, that I actually enjoy, you'll get that in book 2. And book 2 is done. So once I'm done with this, I'm kind of speeding through this because once I'm done with this video, I actually need to go over or finish going over my editor's suggestions on that, and then I need to send it out to my betas, and then send it to my other editor and my proofreader. So book 1, book 2 is done. Tomorrow I finish writing book 3. So we're on, I'm behind our deadline, but we're on a roll. What else can I say? I don't know. I try to give you guys the bad things. As a reader, those are 2 bad things for me. It's another young couple, and there is a lot of character development. But what I would advise though is to pay attention in book 1. It is not going to be for the obvious reason of of an event in the book that you'll see right away. As soon as you open up that book, you're going to see what I'm talking about. It's not that per se. There are a lot of little things that you will enjoy if you pay attention. If you skim through it, there are going to be some details you're gonna miss out on, and you're gonna miss the connection with once the book heats up, once the story heats up in book 2 and book 3. And I can tell you, just like Love's Improbable Possibility, just like Love Unaccounted, book 2 is far better. And it's not just quality; it's just because by book 2. We know the characters, and I just let them go buck wild. And my editor and one beta who has read book 2, they're bouncing on their toes. They can't wait for you guys to read it, and it is better. It's better in that they just explode. And so if you just trust me, hang on in there with me. Take this plunge with me. I promise I'll deliver. If you honestly have an appreciation of my body of work, period, even if you don't like every couple the same, you'll enjoy Wayward Love. You really would. I love them, and I would never give you guys garbage. I would never give you guys a rush job. My heart is in this. My passion is in this. So at this point, January 1st, we're still on point for that. If it's an early release, it probably won't be any earlier than the 31st because of Amazon. And that's it. I'm gonna get ready for that first 2 weeks of negative reviews that usually come from people who are listening to this may not like it, when it's posted on social media, but you're listening. So I'm gonna prepare for your some of your shots in the reviews. But overall, we're good, and I'm very blessed to be in this position to share these, share my passion with you guys. So we will chat on the back end, and I'll definitely hear what you have to say. Appreciate you guys. My dryer just went off. I got to put my next load in. Chat later.